What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day and had a great week, guys. My apologies for not getting a video out this week, but that's okay. I'm going to make it up to you. You got this video here to watch, as well as the one tomorrow, which will be out early afternoon, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys. Before I go on with this one, this is the part 2 to my other video showing that, what the opportunity really did find on Mars. And here's the second part. But before I go on, one of my subs, one of you guys, Dean Sattler, had shared my video on a Facebook page. You get some people that doubt it, and they'll claim, well, it's a waste of time because basically you're watching a video, an 8-minute video, with approximately 4,116 photos in that amount of time. And that, what will happen is you get an overlap of photos, right? And, you're talking about from 2004 to 2015, all crammed into 8 minutes. And again, it'll take, each photo is approximately maybe a 16th of a second. I'm not so sure about that amount of time, but even if it was, let me explain how I came up with this. Just so people, in case you're on the fence about this, I want to explain how I did this. Okay. Now, this photo here, we already know this one here. This was that other photo here from IO9, and, they basically copied the NASA photo, just put it on their site. Now, what you're going to see here, this is up to leading close to, I think it's 5 minutes and 58 seconds. Now, what you're going to see is this thing's going to roll up on a rock, right? It's going to be a good-sized rock. And what you're going to see is the rover's actually going to come to a stop, okay? So while you see this is blurry, as it's rolling up to this rock, keep in mind, once it stops, so doesn't the camera, meaning there's no motion. It's not moving forward, backward, or anything else, right? The background will clear up. That's the whole key to it. And that's what I did every single snapshot that I took. I try to get the rover, if you look over here at the left wheel and the right wheel, I try to make sure that's the clearest of all, as well as the arm, the turret arm, as well as the tool head on the arm. So try to get it all completely clear as I can, and then went on from there, and then I took the anomalies out of it. Okay, so let's watch this, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, here's the rock right here. Now watch what happens. Now I want you to keep an eye on this background rock right here. Now right now it looks a little crappy, stuff like that. But now watch this. It's now stopped. See how it's cleared up? Got a little whiter because this thing's actually moving, right? And also keep in mind that each of these photos, every time that thing makes a move, it's actually a different photo. So it makes sense that it's going to change a little bit in light and stuff like that because the rover's moving. It's in front of the camera. So you're going to see the light change a little bit. See it? Here's the key. Even if you get this thing, the arm moving back and forth, yes, you will get a motion blur. Remember in my last video, I actually showed like the transition, the actual arm just coming into the photo. So yes, I was between photos. And I addressed that. So now this rover's completely stopped. You should have no motion blur. And in other words, you shouldn't have a whole lot of difference in any kind of blur from going frame to frame because the rover itself is not moving at all, except for the turret arm. Let's continue. Now you'll see it take off after it's done its work. Still staying still. Nothing's moving. Now it's scanning it again, and there it goes. Off it goes. Now I want to show you another part that is coming up because this is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys noticed this too. Those wheels look awfully muddy. See that? All right. Now, again, I've got another one coming up, another part to this. I'm going to show you that. That last photo, oh my God, wait until you see this. It's going to leave no doubt in your mind that they're actually looking at an ancient civilization and everything that they had, right? All right, so let's get into these photos because I think you guys will find these pretty wild. And guys, this time all I have is about 7 photos because I want to do maybe a third part. But in between this part and the third, I want to do other stuff. I want to do the moon, other Martian photos, so on and so forth for you, so that way you get a different flavor and different things. So let's get started with this. This time we're just going to go backwards again. We're going to go from anomaly 20, I call it Anom, 20 to 14, okay? All right, here's a good point to make. Again, if you're in between photos, and let's say you get a bunch of this blurring going on because you're going from one transition to another, right? Okay, if that's true, then why do we have such good detail? And when I say good, now keep in mind these photos are low res to begin with, right? So it's going to be a little hard to get anything crystal clear. But why would you have a dune ridge right here? You can see where they made that visible right here. Right there, see it? But check this out. There's something on the right-hand side. There's something right there going across and something else. You can see like a white piece with like maybe a grayer piece right there and another white piece. Guys, they so blurred this stuff out. Now, This other person recommended, oh, go get the original photos because, you know, those would be the better ones to see. Not entirely true, because here's the thing. I think these are the raw photos that were first tampered with. In other words, not fully tampered with, because I believe that they can take a whole photo. Let's suppose you got this line right here. You got this sand dune ridge line. And, of course, you got the horizon in the back. Now, I believe that they have an algorithm where they can actually take the whole photo, meaning the background, the forward, and everything else, and just literally put a texture on it and totally block out anything that's here. So, in other words, the finished product photos, yeah, they may look pretty clean and pretty clear, but you're not going to see any of these things that I'm showing you in these photos. What's that tell you? That tells me it's in between the raw photo, real photo, and a full manipulation obfuscation. And this is what we're seeing. All right, let's continue on, because I want to show you this in Photoshop, because I try to bring this out as well. This is actually in right here. If you go and view right here, you got it in black plate, which is another raw part of that photo. And you can see this thing is clear as day, man. Look at this. First of all, you can get these objects laying right on the side. Right here, you see something's white and then gray, and another white piece on this side. Again, what's with the blurring? You can see this ridge pretty well, no problems. And yet, you can see where they accommodated that ridge by not blocking it out. Again, if this was a overlap of a photo, you would see this completely blurred. You would also notice that this rover would be completely blurred. This, let's just put it this wheel would be covered by this, at least most of it, this blurring. And you don't see that. That's how you can tell that this is not fully an overlap photo. It's pretty centered on, if you want to use the term centered on, the actual one photo. And you can tell it's not a transitional photo, meaning it's not coming from one photo or going into another, because you pretty much got it centered on that actual photo, at least that one particular one, right? And again, look at this right here. Right in the middle of the tracks, and this is what I find I'm using. Let's just backtrack just a hair bit, because I think this is great. Now, look what they did right here. You got like this double track, wheel tracks, and they cut right into it. Look at it. See that? Right between the tracks. Look at the way they did this. Blocked it out completely. Nothing there to see. And these look entirely fake, guys. Look at this. What, are you kidding me right now? Look how good and pristine these look. But, oh, wait a minute. It's just slightly farther away, so it's going to go complete trash. I don't think they ever went that far. And if they did a great job of screwing that up, because it just doesn't look right at all. Now, it could just very well mean that, again, it's low res, so therefore, there you go, right? But looks pretty pristine for a low res photo here. And then all of a sudden, from this point on, right here, from this point on, it completely goes to shit. Look at it. Right there, all the way down. And then it looks like they patched it. Look at it. Here, it looks pretty straight. You can see it. And then all of a sudden, it's not even on center. Neither is this one. See that? Oh, yeah. This is real. Look at this. Come on now. Come on. See what I mean by the tracks? They're not even centered, for crying out loud. Look at it. See it? Not even centered. And like I said, from this point on, and it's not that far from the Don Rover, that shouldn't go complete crap. Complete distortion of the wheel marks. Come on now. So, again, this is what we got. Look at that. Absolutely being blocked out. And then you get these little pieces of clarity, or the actual photo, right there. And something tells me, guys, there's something on this Terminator line right here, from the ground to the sky. I don't think we're seeing anything nearly what we should be seeing. And again, right here. And I try to make this darker so you can actually see this. And that's only just by taking the brightness down, right? And right here. And you can see these objects are right here. And even if they're just stone, let's just say they're stones. Okay, I'm okay with that too. Why do you need to block them out? What's the point? There's nothing there to see, right? All right, next one. Man, I don't know about you guys, but this looks like it's in mud. Look at this. This wheel looks okay somewhat. This one here looks more muddied up. Now, that could be just blur, and I'd be okay with that. But look at the way this stuff looks. Look at it. Really? And again, here we go with the wheel marks. You can see on each side of it where they blocked it off. And then this one here is completely trashed. See that? Completely trashed. And yet, here we go with the turret. The turret arm itself looks pretty clear, right? Pretty good. Yet, no wheel mark here. Completely trashed out. But this, to me, looks like mud. What do you guys think? I don't know. Next. Now, Before I show you the enhancement of this, you guys can see this right here. I don't have to do a thing. This is the raw photo right here. And now, a lot of you guys already know this because you've mentioned it to me as well, but I know too. That in 1984, they did a remote viewing with one of these guys. I think he was in the service. I can't be 100% sure. But, funny enough, this is what he says in this. Let's get the page here. Right here. Mars Exploration. You can see it right here at the top. May 22nd, 1984. Now, they did a remote viewing, and what they do is they gave this guy an envelope that's completely sealed. All right, and you can see right here, it says, the sealed envelope was given to the subject immediately prior to the interview. The envelope was not opened until after the interview. In the envelope was a 3x5 card with the following information. The planet Mars, time of interest approximately 1 million years BC. Okay, and you can see the coordinates they've done and stuff like that. Now, this is pretty cool. The cluster of squares up and down, it's like you want to make them square anyway. They're almost flush with the ground, and it's like they're connected. Something very white and reflects light. Keep that in mind. Now, check this out. All right. What do you guys think of that? Look at this. You can see the outline of one here, and it's got white. There's one right here, and you can see that they're square. Okay? Something right here. It looks like it goes like this and then back down. But on the very tip of this one here where they blocked it out, it actually has patches of white. See it? 1, 2. Over here. There's something right here. You can actually see this right here. There's actually a square outlined right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to brighten this thing. If you guys cannot see these squares, I'm going to brighten them up a little bit more and show you, as well as the other things that are hidden in this background. Of course, you really can't see a whole lot except for something right here. See that right behind the turret arm? There's something white right there standing up. And it's right behind this arm. Now watch this. Now what I did was I actually made those whiter. But funny enough how he said that in there, that, you know, these squares are almost flush with the ground. Now a lot of times he refers to things like he looks at, and the way he explains it, like some of these canyons, they're huge. And these Martians were tall and very thin. Again, right here, you can just see the outline of this one here, going like this. Right there. Coming down. And then going over to here. These right here. Almost a nice line. You can see that almost, I mean, you don't have to do a thing. That's a raw photo right there. And then, like I said, brought it out. And you can see something again right here in the background. You can just see the part of it sticking out from behind the turret arm. All right, so here it is. Let's go to 17. We're on 18. You can see it right here at the very top. I got it marked Anom 18, and then it has 452. The 1452 is the actual timestamp in the video that I09 or I09 has in their video. So you just go to that timestamp and you'll find that. Now, again, this is it. All right, now we're on 17, and you can see it right here, 448. So check that out. Now, guys, this one's pretty wild because, again, we're seeing these ledge things. Now, this one's pretty cool, and you guys are going to want to use your magnifiers on this one. Check this out. Now, of course, I'm going to zoom in. It's going to be way too much pixelation, but I make the photo a little bit bigger, enhance it, and then put the filters on it. Now, check this out. Ledge, there's objects laying right over here on this. And I'm going to just back out a little bit so it doesn't become too broken up. And, again, here we go with the blurring, the spot blurring. See it? As well as this right here has been completely darkened right out. But you're going to see there's a lot of these little objects. Now, I'm just going to get and just back out. Now, guys, that's a little too far out. Let's do this. Use your magnifiers on this. Pause it. I'm just going to back it out just a hair bit more. And check that out. Now, let's go to the next one. And like I said, what I do is I blow the picture up, enhance it, and then put it in filters. Now, watch this. Now, check this thing out. I'm not going to zoom in right away. Go ahead and use your magnifiers. And like, guys, I can use this right now and see these things do not look like just stones laying on there. They look like technical objects laying right there, or they're little structures of some sort. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm looking at this right now, and yeah, clearly there's two white objects sitting right here, side by side. Look like just two giant Tic Tacs. But I can see that. There's something right behind it. Looks like some kind of weird box type thing behind it. Something round over here. And just these rest of these objects. Now, there are two things. To me, the mechanical things laying there, or these are objects, meaning structures of some sort, of some very small inhabitants. I don't know. You guys tell me. Back it out a little bit more. And again, this one here, back it up just a little bit. Again, this is 448. I did bounce around a little bit. So you can check it out on that other individual's video. Stop it at that timestamp. And again, there you go. Now I'm going to zoom way in. You can see 1, 2, and these objects right here. There's something right behind that. See it? Something standing up right here. Been completely blurred out. I tried to blast through it. And of course, look at this. Look at this. Blatant blurring. Look at that. Okay. Object over here. Looks like it's on a ledge. Object sitting in a part of it's almost crystal clear. Another piece right there. Yeah. Pretty cool, guys. Jump to the next one. Now this one kind of blew my mind because it appears to be some kind of, you know, it's probably a meteorite. I'm almost positive because there's more than one meteorite that they found in here. But this is what I had a problem with. Right here, you can see this piece right here. Right in here. Has a space in between it. Has this round piece. As well as other pieces inside it. Like a straight line. Another straight line. See that right there? Very, very faint. And these objects, there's 1, 2, like their height. Like there's one and there's one lower. It's got these pieces right here. See that? This looks like more like a pile of junk, meaning technologically something that melted there or something, more than anything else. Now, you'll notice over here too, look at the, again, here we go with this ledge. It's like this thing's driving on these small streets. Like it's in between these little roads. Is it possible this is the reason why this Rover was made this small? Think about it. They saw the stuff on the MRO, or, you know, from the high-rise camera on the MRO, looked down and said, you know, they could judge by measurement how wide these channels are or these roads, and they decided to make a road that would fit in here. Is that possible? Could very well be. Again, these guys don't do this stuff by accident. Trust me. Again, nice clear. Pretty, well, when I say clear, I mean decent detail, and you can see where they just taken all the rest of that out of there. See that? Yeah. Let's go ahead and enhance that. Check this out. Now, you can see on this ledge there's like these little lines. And this thing goes like this, has this curvature and this piece sticking out right there. See that? Something in the back. Again, I just brought up the lines. That's all I did. And if we go back to this original one, there are lines in here. You can see one right here. And by using the burn tool, just going like this over it, you can see these things, just like these lines come out of there. And this is the reason why I was able to draw these things on there. Just like that. Okay? But check this out, this main anomaly out right here. Look at this. Straight piece, a piece under that. Look at the way this thing is built. And I call it built, or it's put together. Looks like it's roundish out here. Has something right there. Look at that. What the hell? Guy, look at this. I think it's a piece of technology. And now look underneath here. You can see something that has a horseshoe-shaped kind of item. And it goes like this. It goes across. And, of course, it's been completely taken out. You can see where they've done it. Look. Completely taken out. You don't see these squares much over here, these big, thick squares, because they've already done it all the way around it, blurred it. Look at it. Look at the way. This is awesome. Look at this. Straight up. Oh, wait a minute. Curve, curve, and back around. So this thing is actually much bigger, because if you look, and I just noticed this now, guys, didn't even notice this before. This thing actually sticks out further. Look at this. Has what looks like a half-round circle right there. See it? Doing this. It's very faint, but you can see the other half of it right there. See it? That's pretty cool. So this thing is much bigger than I thought, and I think that's more technological than it is, you know, geological. Got these two white things right here, and we got these objects sitting on this ledge. And you can see where they blurred this completely. You can see a little bit of detail and complete crap. Look at it. A little bit here and there, and then just out. That's it. That's weird, man. Okay. This one's pretty cool as well. I'm going to tell you why. Again, it looks like they're on these channels or these roads driving along, but you'll see these big blocks, things that are sitting on levels. Now look carefully. You can see right here, clear, but right there, you can still see that white piece running right through it. See that? As well as this one runs over to here. See, it's just, you can still see a little bit of the white. They didn't take it completely out, guys. Other objects right here. Now, let's see if we can make heads or tails of that. Okay, here we go. Again, what the hell does this, guys? To me, this thing's been rolling around in these small cities or something. I don't know if it's just ledges where they put like this technological stuff, or I don't know. It's all pure speculation. You guys know that. All we can do is guess as to what these things could be, right? I'm going to just go ahead and back out a little bit. I'm going to let you guys use your magnifying tools, and I can do the same right here. Yeah, these are not just simple rocks, guys. You can see these things are like all these little things are in a row or next to each other sitting right here on these ledges. What the hell could these things be? And you can see like this wall here, right? It looks like this wall's running over this way. Look at see the way this is like got this arch to it? Well, look at the way this right-hand side does it. I don't know. Is it possible there's a river running through here? I don't think this wheel mark here is real deal at all. I think they're making it look like they're driving through it, and they're really not. See this? Because it stops right there. So they might have drove up to it and then turned back around and came back out of it. Or, well, they actually did that because you can see it right here. But it looks like the other wheel mark may be over here because I don't see one going straight here. See this right here? I don't see one. So my guess is they drove up, we're on one side of this thing, and on the other side here. See it? It might have been over here, and that wheel mark is out of the actual frame. But I can see that right here, and I don't have to do a thing to it. I can see these small anomalies sitting on these ledges, and they look like intelligently made objects. And of course, you guys get the last say, as usual. Show you the enhanced version again. Of course, let me just go back for a second. This one's at 4:48, so 4 minutes and 48 seconds in that video. And there you go. Okay. Again, this one here, it looks like it's going up some kind of alleyway. Right here, this is the raw part of it. Right there, you can see this right here going like this. Looks like a wall in the distance. And another one right here. Now, take notice of these objects right here. There's one with something on top. See that? It's like rounded and something on top. You can just see a little bit of the detail, but then the rest of it's completely blurred out. See that? And that seems to be the theme of this whole thing. Look at this. Something round right there, going over here. Round. See that? With something dark right in the middle. What do you suppose that is, guys? And we get something on over here. It looks like it's like a black piece, like a square or something sticking up. Now, this one here is at 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Now, you can see also right here, white, and then it appears to have something like this. See that right there? Looks like it goes up, goes over, and then back down. Another white piece. Okay? Let's enhance this. Look at the way this looks like a wall. It looks like structures. There's something in there. Now, of course, you can't bring this stuff out too well because, again, this was not meant to be seen. That's one. And two, the blurriness is going to knock out a lot of detail. And all you can do is just bring out these things the best that you can, and that's pretty much it. But you're not going to see great detail. Why? Because it's being blurred out purposely. Check this out. Again, going around the turret arm, the tool head itself, look at it. You can see right here, it looks like there's something around right there. See it right there? With something black right in the center, but check this out. Why would they do that? You can literally see where they went through part of the, over the arm, or the tool head rather. See that? Come on. But this is what I'm saying. If you stop these photos just at precisely the right time, you can get the rover pretty clear. So then the rest of the photo should be clear as well, right? Once it's settled down. And a lot of these, you can see it driving up to these points, and it stops, and it starts to drill, or it starts to, you know, either use the rat tool, which is a rock abrasion tool, or it uses the brush itself, right? Now, you can see it looks like some kind of weird, like alleyway type thing. And these things, I thought they were flat, but they're not. Look at this. It makes it look like it's flat, but then when you show the detail, this thing looks like it's kind of oval in like height. See it? From here to here. Looks oval right there. And it looks like it has this 1, 2 kind of detail in it, darker details. See it? When you back out a little bit. And again, pause it any way you like. And you can see what looks like this right here. Looks like some weird pipe sticking out of that. See it right there? Coming out. And there's something right there. Right there, this piece. Right here, this larger piece. And this pipe looks like it's coming right out of it. What could that be, guys? All right. Now, I want to show you this last photo because this one's neat. This one's awesome. Now, here's the photo that we're going to concentrate on. This one right here. Now, this one's cool. Now, I'm going to show you how we got up to this because, this is pretty neat. Again, watch the way the rover's, nothing in the background's moving on this. It's scanning the rock and then it go ahead and drills. Now, right here. Now, I can get up to this pretty darn easy. Now, this is where we have a transitional. In other words, it went from one photo, now it's going to another one. This is the reason why you're starting to see this ghosting part of this arm starting to come into play. See the shadow on the ground? We're starting to see the turret come into play. This is in between photos. Now, what you're going to notice is, again, the rover stops. And the background, of course, the rover's not moving, so everything gets clearer. It starts to settle down. You'll see it get a little bright, a little dark here and there. But watch this. Details are not really changing in the background, other than being a little lighter, a little darker, because understand, each of these photos, they might be just blurring them out a little bit more here and there. This is the reason why you're not seeing some of these objects as clear as you should. Yeah. Now, let's just back up just a hair. Yeah, that's at 601. Now, you'll actually, again, you're seeing it roll up on here. See it? Now, notice this thing in the background. Now, don't forget to use your magnifiers. This right here. Again, super blurred, and I'm going to show you that in a second. This object right here. This object, but there's a ton more, guys. There's a whole bunch of crap in this background. Right here. Right next to this so-called rock, if you will. And it's not a rock at all. Now, let me backtrack. Now, guys, what gets crazy is I did this right on the NASA video, so it's even clearer than this, a little bit clearer. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, right here, precisely this point, it's a little clearer. Let's check out the photo itself. Okay, here we go right here. Now, I want you guys to take note of this. Here's this black block they did right here, but guess what? Look at this white piece going like this. It still goes below that black mark. See it? Okay. Notice these objects here on your right. Look at this. Goes down over here. You got another piece right here going like this. Now, this is grainy because I'm zoomed in. I'm going to show you a little bit better on the Photoshop as well as the finished product, right? There's something right here. It's long right here. And it's got these two details in it. There's something right here. And then, of course, we got these objects right here. Check this out. Look at this square smack dab in the middle of this thing. I'm going to just back out. So it's not a compression mark. You guys can see this. And look at this thing. Look how this has been information completely redacted out of it. But there's other things here. Let's go into Photoshop. Let me show you what I mean. I did make this photo bigger, so it won't be as bad. Just these anomalies alone. What I'm going to do to show this a lot better in a minute. What are these objects right here? You can see where it looks like it comes down straight like this. Goes over like this. Goes back up. Well, of course, I just butchered that. It comes down like this. Goes across. Goes back. Goes like this. And there's some kind of piece either raised up or it's a darker detail. Same thing with this side. Check this out. And it kind of like splits off. See that? Yeah, it's natural, guys. That's natural. And you get this piece right here in the middle. And you've got this white line, very, very faint, but then you got another piece right here, like this darkened area detail. And this object, it's very similar to that one, going like this. And there's a white area, like a piece going right up the center. See that? Right there. Now, to me, that doesn't look natural in any way, shape, or form. Let's move it to the other side. Again, we got this object right here. It looks like it's kind of straight, but it looks like it's a little broken up. I got these details in here like this. Okay. Got this other piece right going down like this. Now, I don't know if that's manipulation, and it could very well be. Look at this. Seriously, come on. I mean, guys, just look at this thing with your magnifiers, man. Come on. Look at that. I'm going to back out just a little bit so it doesn't get too grainy. And I want you guys to just have a look at that. Because I can look at it myself right now. Oh, my God. That does. You can see the blur around it right here. Right here. Right in here. Look at this. And again, we got this square, stuff like that. Whatever the hell this thing is, it's intelligently made. And again, we've got this other object right here with this nice black square right over it. Right here. Where you can see this object does this. You can see it goes down, does this right here, goes off to the other piece. You can see it goes really down to here. I don't know what to make of this, but this whole thing is something else. Okay. Let's start to enhance this. Okay. And all I do is increase the lines. You can see it right there. Brought the brightness out on this piece, so now you can see that a little bit better. Brought these objects out just a little bit more. Okay. And again, come on now. This isn't like compression box or anything. This is completely taken out. Look at this. Whatever they want to do. You can see like little white pieces sticking out of this and parts of this. And man. Back out a little bit. Start to darken this stuff up. See if we can find any more details in it. But look at this. Weird things coming on here. Something that looks like it's raised from it. And you can see what it almost looks like it's part of this item right here, where it looks like it's got this piece right here. It's long, so like here. Goes down like this, has this piece right here. But these objects, they look like mechanical parts. Objects are like right here. And there's another one right here I want to show you. This is pretty cool. Right here. Right there. If you, I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there, there's a small circle. And there's something sticking up. Do you guys see that? Right there. I'm just going to circle the whole item right there. Smack dab in the middle of that. Now, let's go further into this. This is the last one I've got fully enhanced. Check this out. There's no way that these objects, look at this. From left to right, I'm just going to go from left to right. This object on the ground. Here. Rectangular piece. And whatever the hell's blocked out right here, and I think it may be connected to this junk over here. Okay. Object right here. Okay. All of this stuff in here, I'm just going to back out just a hair bit. These objects right here. No way, guys. Come on. No way. Something's here. I can't make out what the hell this is, or there's a series of things here. See right here? It looks like mechanical parts. Look at this. I'm just going to outline that. See that? It's like it's lined up. To me, whatever this was, this catastrophe was, made a total mess out of this planet. And that's what they're investigating. That's all there is to it. Now, let me just back out. I'm going to go ahead and throw some filters on this. Now, what I do is I blur this so you can zoom in a little bit better, so it doesn't break apart that bad. Now, let me show you what I mean. Blur up just a little bit so we can get deeper into this photo. Okay, now it is blurry. I get it. Yeah. Here. It looks like pieces that's been thrashed around, thrown around, and they're doing everything they can to basically hide this stuff. Now, this is sharpened. I'm just going to move out just a little bit more. Have a look at this stuff, guys, with your magnifiers. And like I said, I'm going to do the same. Yeah, this looks like scattered junk everywhere, guys. It looks like trash has been thrashed around. It's like it's just completely been broken up. What do you guys think? Now, this is the blurred photo. I'm going to let you guys look at it that way. Then I'll zoom in real quick. And then same thing, filtering with, this time we sharpened it up. Slightly darker. I did that purposely. So we can get rid of some of the brighter stuff so it just really distracts the eyes. All right. Move in. Like I said, guys, I see a civilization has been completely decimated by whatever. Whatever this thing was, it's completely blown to pieces now. But I see things that have been thrashed around, still intelligently made. And that's what we're seeing. These items on the ground right in front of this other object. And of course, there's so much blurring in there, you can't make out some of the details. And again, it looks like a pile of junk just laying there. It just looks like it's been trashed. See that? All right, guys. Also, keep in mind, I've got another video coming up. And this time, I'm going to start doing a lot of the Facebook photos that you guys send me. So I have a couple of them coming up in the next video. One is like one single photo, and the other one has some moon photos that we enhance. And we check this thing out, and some crazy things in it. All right, guys, so let me know what you guys think. I see what looks like a decimated area, at least where the opportunity was at the time, and that they're looking over this stuff. They're literally going over this garbage, checking it out, taking up close-up photos, and I believe this is the reason why when they get that rover, the new one, the 2020 rover, it's going to be there in 2021, underneath the belly of it's going to have a helicopter. And I believe that what they're going to do with this thing is they're going to be able to fly over this stuff, take closer photos. Where the rover cannot reach, that's what they're going to use this helicopter for. Okay? And I believe that's exactly why they're using this. Why else would you need it? They said, well, it's basically so they can see where they're going to route the rover. Well, they can see that from space, and they can also see the rover itself. In other words, they can, drive around. The rover can actually do autonomously, or they can be fed information through the technicians over here on Earth. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, so what do you think is going on here? This is what I see in these photos. And again, I did the best I can to center on every particular photo. So this way we wouldn't have this overlapping of photos, so we can get the clearest anomalies we can, which again are not going to be super clear because they're not meant to be seen to begin with, and for starters, they're low res, right? So yeah. Anyway, guys, share this video. And again, Dean Sattler, thank you for sharing this, although you can have a naysayer here and there, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I just wanted to make that clear because it could be anybody. It doesn't have to be any particular person. It could be anybody. And you can see what I did to clear up that issue if you were thinking that way. So anyway, guys, again, share the video. Always appreciate it. And again, thank you, Dean. Definitely like the video. It shows you guys are on board with it as well. And mostly, again, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, like I said, I got another video coming up. This time it's about you guys sending the photos to me on my Facebook page. So go up there and post your, photos or whatever you have, but it won't be on the main page. It comes right to my personal messages, and then I can either okay them or whatever. But I haven't been really putting them on there. What I do is I answer you guys, your questions, and I actually go through your photos. Now, sometimes you guys will say, hey, Chris, check this photo out. What do you think? And I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I'll tell you, there's not enough detail in there, so I can't make out what it is, so sorry about that. But I can use your other photo, and I'll use it maybe in an upcoming video. So that's what I have done. I got one coming up. It's a short video. It's not super, super long. So, guys, stay tuned for that as well. Anyway, guys, have yourself a great weekend, and I will see you Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.